Welcome everyone! Let's talk about caffeine. It's that magical ingredient that gives us a boost when we need it most. It's in loads of stuff we drink and eat every day, from our morning coffee to our afternoon tea and even in some of our favorite snacks. Coffee's a big one, obviously. It's the go-to for many of us to kickstart our day or to keep us going during those long afternoons. Tea's got it too, though maybe a bit less. But don't underestimate it. A good cup of tea can be just as invigorating. Energy drinks? Packed with it. These are designed to give you a quick jolt of energy, perfect for those late-night study sessions or intense workouts. Even chocolate has a bit, though not enough to keep you up all night usually. But it's there, adding a little extra kick to your favorite treat. Caffeine is a drug. It's natural, but it does things to your brain. It blocks chemicals that makes you feel tired and increases dopamine, which makes you feel good. That's why we like it, but it's also why we've got to be careful. Too much can lead to jitters, increased heart rate, and even anxiety. So, enjoy your caffeine, but remember to consume it in moderation. First off, caffeine wakes you up. No surprise there. As we talked about before, it blocks something in your brain called adenosine, which makes you sleepy, see? So block the adenosine and suddenly you're more alert. Thinking's a bit sharper too. Handy if you've got work or studying to do. Caffeine can even help athletes, using it to train harder and go for longer. Here's another thing. Caffeine can give you a mood boost. It's not just about waking up or staying alert. When you sip that warm cup of coffee, you're not just fueling your body, you're also giving your mind a little lift. It's like a little happy pill, at least for a bit. That first sip can make you feel like you can take on the world. The warmth, the aroma, and the taste all come together to create a moment of joy. That's because it messes with dopamine. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter that plays a big role in how we feel pleasure. When caffeine enters your system, it triggers the release of more dopamine. That's the feel-good chemical in your brain. It's what makes you feel happy and motivated. More dopamine means more feelings of happiness and well-being. More dopamine, more happy. Simple as that. It's a quick and easy way to lift your spirits, especially on those days when you need a little extra push. And this is important, it doesn't last forever. The effects of caffeine are temporary. After the initial boost, your body starts to metabolize the caffeine and the levels of dopamine begin to drop. After a while, the caffeine wears off and you might even feel worse than before. This is often referred to as a caffeine crash. It's that moment when the energy and happiness you felt start to fade, leaving you feeling tired and sometimes even a bit down. Next, we'll get into some of the downsides. Too much caffeine can make you jittery and anxious. Hands shaking, heart racing, not a good look. And if you're already prone to anxiety, caffeine can make it worse. Not ideal if you're trying to stay calm and collected. It can even mess with your stomach. Nobody wants that, right? Now, let's talk about caffeine and sleep. It's a tricky relationship. Caffeine is a stimulant that can keep you awake when you need rest the most. We've all been there. Late night coffee, then tossing and turning for hours. You think it's just a cup, but it can have a big impact. Caffeine hangs around in your system for ages. It has a half-life of about 5 to 6 hours, meaning it takes that long for just half of it to leave your body. You might have a coffee at lunchtime and still feel it when you're trying to drop off. Even if you don't feel jittery, it can still disrupt your sleep cycle. Bad sleep makes everything worse. It affects your mood, your energy levels, and even your overall health. Grumpy, tired, can't focus, it's just not worth it. The next day you're less productive, more irritable, and it becomes a vicious cycle. So consider cutting back on caffeine, especially in the afternoon and evening. Opt for herbal teas or other non-caffeinated drinks. Your body and mind will thank you. With better sleep, you'll wake up feeling refreshed and ready to take on the day. It's a small change that can make a big difference. So, caffeine's got its good points and its bad points. It can perk you up and help you focus, but too much can leave you anxious, shaky, and wide awake at 3 a.m. What's the right amount? Well, it is recommended that an intake of 400 milligrams per day of caffeine is safe. This means 2 to 4 cups of coffee daily, and make sure to keep each dose to no more than 200 milligrams per. Thank you for joining us today. We hope this video was helpful to you. Please consider giving it a thumbs up and also subscribe for more content like this.